So thank you for coming back. We're about to have a good one here. Again, you're here. It's time to learn about helping your child learn how to count, right? You're here because your child has already learned how to count. They're counting either to 3, they're counting to 5, they're counting to 10, they're counting to 1,000,000. However much they're counting, they are counting. And so you're here to understand what this whole idea of one-to-one correspondence is. Well, right here, I'm gonna show you. Well, when it comes time to counting using one-to-one correspondence, that is very important because it gives children the opportunity to really have that understanding of now numbers represent objects. It represents a specific quantity. You know, without understanding one-to-one correspondence, numbers are as abstract as Sophocles and Plato's and all of those guys' theory, right? Without one-to-one correspondence, it's almost like the whole idea of relativity, period. What does it mean? All right, one of you send me an email and tell me exactly about relative. No, I'm joking. All right, so one-to-one correspondence, it is important. It is astronomically important for your child to understand it. So you're here, so let's get to it. All right, so one-to-one correspondence or counting with it. As we said earlier, it's having that understanding of numbers used to represent objects. All right, it's one-to-one. All right, in order to start this process, you want to first start with counting, and voila, I have a number line. Number lines are great. Please go to the resources, download the number line. It'll help you during this process, all right? And so what we're gonna do is we're going to start counting. As you see right here, I have started 0 through 5. Let's say you have an early counter, early mathematician, all right? And yes, I do incorporate 0. It's an important number. It is an actual number, all right? 0, it's important. Means nothing. A lot of times you'll see people start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the whole concept of 0 is not there. The Egyptians would be upset if we left out 0. Okay, so don't leave out 0. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right there I just used one-to-one correspondence, right? I counted corresponding with the actual numerals that we see here. And so what you want to do is give your child that number line to give them the opportunity to count. Now, with regards of doing this whole idea of counting using one-to-one correspondence, I have a game. Great game you can use with your child at home. It's going to be perfect. I'm actually going to use books, so I'm going to reach over and grab some books right now to kind of help us out with this process. All right, so voila, I have books. You can use whatever kind of counters you want. You can use books, you can use candy, you can use the little Cheerio pieces. You can use whatever you want, whatever's going to do well for you. All right, I'm sorry about that. So to start off, what you're going to do is you're going to place the counters or the books in a place in a bag or not in a bag, and you're going to allow your child to count each individual piece. In this instance, I don't really have a bag, but I'm going to take the books from here on screen to off screen, all right? But you can use your bag as such, and then you're going to count each object, all right? And as you see, it says allow your child to count each object when it is out of the bag. So I'll bring them to the camera in that instance. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so that's one-to-one correspondence. If you want to know how many books I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now notice I did not say 0, but it is implied because on your number line, you're already working with your child to understand the concept of 0. Right now I have 0 books in my hand. Now I have 5 books in my hand. So that concept is already there. Now, you can continue doing this with an array of numbers. You can use different numbers. You can use 3. All right, so you put 3 counters in the back, and it comes up Don't drop. 1, 2, 3. All right, and give your child that opportunity to actually put their hands to actually manipulate whatever they're counting, and it'll give them more understanding of what they're doing. Now again, I have my number line because you want to then represent that counting. So I have, now this is going to be kind of hard because I have to use all my hands. All right, so right now I have 1, 2, and 3 books. So I have 0, yes, 1, 2, 3 books. So now I can see that numeral, and I'll circle 0 for now. But now I can see that numeral that's associated with 3. So I counted to 3. I've seen 3 objects, and I have also seen the numeral 3. Right? So now that's giving your child more of an opportunity to really understand the numbers, right? So you want to do that a couple times, and when you see your child's really starting to show mastery or understanding of that process, it's time to take it a step further. Yes, I am a tricky one. All right, and for this process I might need about 2 more books. Hope they don't all fall. See, 2 more books. One-on-one correspondence. I'll add the ones I have here, and I'm going to move. All right, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to take the counting game and we're going to count on. This is a process that can be difficult, but it shouldn't be difficult. All right, something that I notice as a teacher all the time is when you tell a kid to count a certain number. So let's say I'll take these 3. All right, so 1, 2, 3 books. I put these books here, and then I ask the child, how many books do I have over there? Now, you and I both know there's 3 books, but a child will want to say, let me think. 1, 2, 3. They'll count. They'll recount and recount all the time. What you want to do is you want to help your child create basically a table in front of their mind that allows them to keep numbers. So counting on really helps this process. All right, so you want to start off with this. All right, we've already done our counting game. You want to count on. So we're going to take a specific number, 1, 2, 3 books, and we're going to place them down. Now I'm going to take these and pull them out. So these 3 books are still shown. See if I can stand them up. Voila. All right, so these 3 books are shown, and your child is now at a point where they're going to count on. So I'm going to go to the next number line, and I'm going to circle the number 3 because that's where we are, and we're going to count on. And you're going to tell your child for every book that you add, or for every counter that you add, they're going to add another number. They're going to count on. This is a very fun process because you'll notice early on that your child will want to start over. So I'm gonna add 1. I'll show you. 1. They'll want to say 1, but it's not 1 because they already have 1, 2, 3. So really this is 4. So they have to hold 3 in their head. 4, 5, 6. So how many books do they have now? And you'll probably get it early on where they recount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, yes. But what you want to do is start moving them towards that level in which they know they have 3. And when they add to it, it's 4, 5, and 6. All right, and what that will do is that will really allow your child to have a better understanding of numbers. All right, it'll give them that idea of numbers in operation, and it'll really help them out later on down the line when when it's time to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. It'll be excellent for them and excellent for you. All right, thank you again for joining me on my learning block. I really enjoyed seeing you. Come back, keep learning with me, and I'll see you next time.